The lights of Buckingham Palace are shining brighter than ever this Christmas. But behind the glittering chandeliers, something extraordinary is happening. For the first time in royal history, Princess Catherine, not King Charles, not Princess Anne, will host the palace's most sacred Christmas reception. It's a move no one saw coming. A royal insider called it a graceful coup wrapped in tinsel. Because this isn't just another holiday gathering. It's a silent shift in power, one that could mark the beginning of a new royal era. Why did Catherine take over the king's most personal duty? Was this a loving gesture from a recovering monarch, or the quiet preparation for something much bigger? As the palace prepares for Christmas, one thing is certain. This year, the story isn't about who attends the reception. It's about who's hosting it. When news first broke that Princess Catherine would be stepping in for King Charles at this year's royal Christmas reception, even seasoned palace staff were stunned. This wasn't just another adjustment in the royal calendar. It was a historic deviation from tradition. For decades, the Christmas diplomatic reception has been a symbol of royal continuity. It's the monarch's moment, the handshake of the crown to the world. And when the king can't attend, that duty usually falls to Princess Anne, the monarchy's most dependable figure. But this time, something changed. Behind closed doors, the conversation was quiet but decisive. Sources close to the palace claim that Charles personally asked Catherine to take over, a gesture filled with both trust and significance. And it wasn't just about appearances. Insiders say the king wanted someone who embodied the future of the monarchy, someone the world sees as the royal family's bridge between past and present. Princess Anne, ever the soldier of duty, didn't object. In fact, she's said to have nodded in approval, fully aware of what this shift represented. To some, it was a graceful coup wrapped in tinsel. To others, it was the first visible sign that the balance of royal power is quietly changing. The moment the announcement hit the press, royal watchers knew. This wasn't simply about who stood in the receiving line. It was about who stood at the center of it all. Just months ago, Princess Catherine was out of the public eye, frail, unseen, and fighting through one of the most difficult chapters of her life. The world waited, speculated, and worried. And when she finally appeared again, her calm smile said what words never could. She's back and stronger than ever. After a long and private recovery from cancer, Catherine's return wasn't meant to be grand, but destiny had other plans. The king's trust in her came at the perfect moment, offering her a chance not just to return, but to rise. Royal insiders say she approached the challenge with quiet determination. She didn't want sympathy. She wanted purpose. And now that purpose is crystal clear. Hosting the Christmas reception isn't just a duty. It's a symbolic rebirth. Catherine is no longer just the supportive duchess beside her husband. She's stepping into her own light, graceful, resilient, and unshakably royal. Observers note how the public has rallied behind her, seeing her not only as a future queen, but as a figure of hope, someone who faced the unthinkable and came out stronger. This Christmas, her presence inside Buckingham Palace isn't merely ceremonial. It's proof that the monarchy's most beloved figure has transformed her struggle into strength, and she's ready to lead with it. While Catherine's comeback shines in the spotlight, the quiet shadow behind this story is King Charles himself. His health has been a topic of whispers within palace corridors, spoken about cautiously but never ignored. The king has continued to work through treatment and fatigue, determined to project stability. But insiders admit the strain has been mounting. In recent months, his schedule has subtly shifted. Fewer public appearances, shorter engagements, and longer rests between royal duties. Yet, this Christmas, instead of retreating, he made a decision that stunned even his closest aides. He would hand the reins to his daughter-in-law. Not because he couldn't continue, but because he wanted to ensure the monarchy's rhythm never faltered. Behind the scenes, those who know him say it was an act of foresight, not weakness. Charles has always been meticulous, a man who plans decades ahead. Delegating this particular duty to Catherine wasn't random. It was a message of trust and perhaps a quiet rehearsal for the monarchy's future shape. Some royal watchers believe the king is deliberately preparing the public for what's coming, easing the transition of power one event at a time. Others see it as a rare moment of humility, a monarch acknowledging the strength of the generation rising behind him. Whatever the motive, one thing is undeniable. This Christmas won't just mark a royal celebration. It will mark a turning point. The king remains the head of the family, but with this handover, he's shown that even the most traditional crown knows when it's time to share its light. Amid all the noise surrounding the king's decision and Catherine's return, one figure remains, as always, composed, disciplined, and quietly powerful: Princess Anne. For decades, she's been the monarchy's most reliable constant, never seeking attention, never missing duty, and never faltering in her loyalty. So when news spread that Anne had gracefully stepped aside to let Catherine host this year's royal Christmas reception, royal observers knew this wasn't surrender, it was strategy. Those close to her described the Princess Royal as the monarchy's iron backbone, the one who understands the weight of symbolism better than anyone else. By allowing Catherine to take center stage, Anne wasn't stepping back. She was passing the torch, deliberately, thoughtfully, and without fanfare. She knows when history needs to move forward, one royal source said. Anne doesn't compete for the crown. She protects it. Behind palace walls, her quiet approval has given Catherine a kind of royal legitimacy no public statement ever could. It's a nod from one of the family's toughest members, a signal that Catherine isn't just filling in, she's earning her place. And in that silent exchange between two of the monarchy's strongest women, there's something profound. A moment where duty and wisdom meet, ensuring that the future of the crown rests in capable, compassionate hands. Every December, Buckingham Palace transforms into something almost otherworldly. Garlands drape the marble staircases, the scent of pine and candles lingers through gilded halls, and the world's diplomats gather beneath a towering Christmas tree glittering with royal ornaments. But this year, the glow feels different, because for the first time, it's Catherine's hand guiding the tradition. The Christmas diplomatic reception has always been more than just a party. It's a message of continuity, grace, and power. The monarch's presence there has long symbolized stability, a reminder that even in turbulent times, the crown endures. But now that message is being rewritten through Catherine's presence. Observers expect a subtle transformation, a softer tone, a warmer spirit, and touches that reflect her personal causes, mental health awareness, family unity, and compassion over ceremony. Insiders whisper that she's planning something deeply meaningful, a theme centered around resilience and renewal, inspired by her own year of healing and strength. Even her choice of music and decor is said to carry quiet symbolism, honoring the king while reflecting a modern, hopeful spirit. This event won't just mark a return to royal tradition, it will mark a rebirth of it. And as the palace doors open to the sound of carols, the message will be unmistakable. The future queen has arrived, and she's redefining what royal leadership looks like in a changing world. Inside the gilded walls of Buckingham Palace, even the smallest gesture can shift the royal dynamic, and Catherine's new role has done exactly that. For Prince William, this moment feels deeply personal. He's watched his wife endure the most trying year of her life and emerge not just stronger, but luminous. Those close to the couple say he's quietly proud, calling this Christmas reception a mini coronation in spirit. It's not about titles or thrones, it's about trust, the kind that can only be earned, not given. Among senior aides, there's talk of a new rhythm between the generations. King Charles, once cautious about ceding too much responsibility, now seems more open, even relieved. His faith in Catherine is both emotional and strategic. He sees her as the monarchy's anchor. One insider said, "She unites people the way Diana once did, but with a steadiness all her own." Even Queen Camilla, often portrayed as the quiet stabilizer, is said to be fully supportive, helping ensure the event runs smoothly, content to let Catherine shine. Palace sources describe a rare moment of alignment: the king, the queen, William, and Catherine all working together in harmony. And then there's the public. After months of speculation and silence, seeing Catherine return to the heart of royal life has reignited affection that no scandal or rumor could dim. Across social media, fans call her the symbol of hope the monarchy needed. But behind that optimism lies something more profound.